Hey, how's it going? Sports bettors, Matt Modi here with OddsJam. And in this video, what I'm going to be doing, just giving you some best bets to lock in specifically for the first game of the NFL divisional round weekend, Jags versus Chiefs. So specifically, NFL best bets for Jaguars versus Chiefs on Saturday, January, that would be the 21st. Can't get my dates right. So looking at specifically for this game, so I hopped on the OddsJam Positive expected value page. I searched specifically for Chiefs, as you can see here. So there are two positive EV plays taken specifically from the positive EV page that I really like. But there's also another play that I found using the OddsJam screen that I think is incredible as well. So I'm going to have three bets total for you guys in this video, three bets that I have already locked in myself. So let's get started. Number one, we are looking at Patrick Mahomes to go over 2.5 passing touchdowns. So the OddsJam perfect line prices this at about plus 103. We are getting it at plus 105. There is your profitability. Now, obviously, I will explain that in much greater detail. I tried to lock it in. I guess there you go. Now I have officially locked it in. Pat Mahomes over 2.5 passing touchdowns, plus 105 at Fox Bet. I put 3/4 of a unit on this one, 75 bucks. Let's chat. Number one. So I mentioned these plus 103 odds here. So when it comes to sports betting, all sports books are going to have a different method for pricing odds. And the method isn't that complicated. They're going to have their models, their algorithms. They're also just trying to get 50-50 payout on each side. That's kind of the whole goal of a sports book, is that no matter who wins or loses or goes over or under or whatever, they pay out 50% of the money on each side. Then they charge a juice, they charge a tax to those odds themselves. That's how the sports books make their money. But with that said, some sports books are better than others at pricing odds. Some of them accept more money, so their odds are more reflective of the market. Some sports books update their lines quicker than others. There's a ton of different factors that go into it, but long story short, some sports books are consistently better than others at pricing odds. So what OddsJam did was backtest thousands and thousands of previous betting opportunities to use data, use math to determine what these sharp sports books are, and then uses them to set the markets moving forward. So let's pretend there are 5 sports books that are consistently better. Now, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying let's pretend that there are 5. What OddsJam does is take odds from these 5 sports books, remove the VIG you see in this column right here, while also scanning odds from current betting opportunities, current open live markets, and then anywhere in which you can beat the odds from these sharp sports books is going to be a profitable betting venture. Basically, if you kind of think about it from a holistic view, these X amount of sports books are consistently better than others at pricing odds. Not every single time, but consistently. We're going to trust the data. Then, what OddsJam does is scan lines from every open major market for current betting opportunities, saying, hey, if these are consistently the best at pricing odds, if we can get better odds than the average of these sports books, and when I say better odds, I mean better for the sports bettor, which just means higher payout, that's going to be profitable in the long run. So it's not a guarantee that every single bet that you place from the positive EV page hits. I'm not saying that he's a lock to go over 2.5 passing touchdowns. What I am saying is that this is a mathematically profitable play. And if you stack mathematically profitable plays on top of each other, you will be profitable in the long run. That's how the whole selling point and the whole kind of process behind positive expected value betting. So this is play number one, Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 passing touchdowns. Fox Bet has it at plus 105 odds. Pinnacle has it at minus 111. BetOnline has it at minus 114. 50-50 outcome each way. DraftKings has it at minus 110. Bet365 minus 115. There are a couple of books that are closer, like plus 100, plus 102, but majority of the sports books, including the sharp ones, have it priced pretty decently below. It just means more likely to occur than the Fox Bet line. So this is play number one. Play number two, obviously in the same game, Jags versus Chiefs, we're looking at Zay Jones to go over 54.5 passing yards. This is at plus 102 odds at Caesars. I locked this one in, just put a half unit on this one, not quite as confident in this one as I am in the other one, which I will mention why. So just put a half unit on this one. Still a good play, unit size down a little bit. So plus 102 odds at Caesars. OddsJam Perfect Line has this at plus 101. And then looking at the other sports books and where they price it. So plus 102 means a little bit above 50-50. If you place 1,000 bets at plus 102 odds and you win 50%, you will be profitable slightly. Still profitable, and that's really all that matters. And every book, these 3 books that price it, have it, or I guess let me rephrase that. So Tipico and Bet365 have it as a 50-50 outcome. BetOnline actually favors it, which is a good sign for us. BetOnline being obviously a very sharp sports book. And then Pinnacle slightly favors the under, very, very slightly. So you kind of even out BetOnline and Pinnacle to make it between the two of them a 50-50 outcome. And then the other two, Bet365 and Tipico, each have it at 50-50. So still a good play, just unit sized it down a little bit. Zay Jones over 54.5 receiving yards. Then the last play that I found using the OddsJam screen is an absolutely phenomenal play on Travis Etienne, anytime touchdown score bet, plus 122 odds at Caesars. So I locked this one in. I put 3/4 of a unit on this one as well. As you can see, Travis Etienne to score a touchdown, plus 122 odds. So when you're using the OddsJam screen, the way it works is you pick a market, in this case, anytime touchdown score, and it pulls up odds from every sportsbook for this market. So Caesars is at plus 122. Look at every other sportsbook. Minus 115, minus 110, minus 139, minus 139, minus 120, minus 110, another minus 139, and then only one book has it for plus money, still 10 cents lower at plus 110. So when you're using the OddsJam screen, you just want to look at every single sportsbook on one page, on one screen, and then see where a sportsbook has some sort of mispriced line. A remarkable outlier here on Travis Etienne, anytime touchdown score, plus 122 at Caesars. Again, every other book except for one has it for minus money, some all the way down to minus 139. Now, Etienne, he didn't score last week in that weird game against the Chargers, but he had a great year. Pretty much, he was the bell cow back after they traded James Robinson. The Jags traded James Robinson because of how good Travis Etienne was. Even though he didn't score last week, he still played 86% of the snaps. Unless he gets hurt, which obviously we can't predict. I would also expect him to play in the 80s or 90% of snaps against the Chiefs as well. The Chiefs have a poor defense. Etienne's also a great passing down back, and the Jags are probably going to be passing a lot to keep up with the Chiefs. So really, really good play here on Etienne to score, plus 122 odds. I locked it in as my third and final play for this video. So again, this was just Jags Chiefs. So the other 3 games will have a separate video. So definitely make sure to subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel to get all of our picks moving forward. If you want to follow me, you can at my Twitter. You see on this side on the screen here, Jedi Modi, where I post some of my picks as well that don't make it into videos, and then also just some regular nonsense as well. But for this video, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.